Kristi Noem's witch hunt is blowing up in her face, and now Trump's team is absolutely scrambling. As head of Homeland Security, she launched a months-long campaign against her own department, and this week she basically admitted that it was a total failure. It's one of the most humiliating moments yet for the Trump administration, and that's saying a lot. Be sure to like and share this video, and let's jump right in. Kristi Noem, whose largest claim to fame so far has been shooting her own dog for misbehaving, is now in charge of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security, or the DHS for short, is in charge of stopping terrorist attacks, cybersecurity threats, and also organizing resources after natural disasters. Unfortunately for us Americans, though, those happen to be three things that Kristi Noem knows nothing about. Despite Trump promising that his administration would make the country safer and respond to disasters better, when Noem took charge of the DHS, she took things in a completely different direction. First, Kristi Noem turned the entire department's focus on deporting illegal immigrants, which isn't even Homeland Security's job. Then secondly, Kristi Noem complained that the DHS wasn't catching as many illegals as she had wanted, because apparently there was secret leakers in her department. And in February, she declared war on those supposed leakers.
I have found some leakers. We are continuing to get more. They will be fired. There will be consequences. And remember, when they leak information to the press in order to blow an op, they are putting law enforcement lives in jeopardy. They are risking their lives and putting their families in the position where they'll have to live without those individuals any further. So you bet we have used every tactic that we have. If you remember, we talked just last week about how I'm using polygraphs to go after and to really interview these folks. Because we are a national security agency, I have that tool I can use. Also looking at their emails, looking at their communications. And it's amazing how these bureaucrats who have an agenda to stop the work that we're doing to bring safety to America, how they will sell each other down the river if it's just to protect themselves. So don't worry, I am doing everything to find these leakers and to get rid of them so that we can do our work and our law enforcement officers and agents can do it safely.
Now, Kristi Noem then claimed that she had found people who were leaking the DHS operations to help illegal immigrants escape the law, and that she needed to hunt down the rest. But this was very clearly just made up. Not only could she not release any names or proof of firing employees, but if you leak government secrets, you don't just get fired and go to a new job. You would be arrested and investigated like crazy. Unless you're Pete Hegseth, of course. Noem also claimed in February that she was going to be investigating her entire department for leaks, going so far as to polygraph her own employees. Well, it's been 4 months now, so let's check in to see how that's all going. That's right, after 4 months of harassing her own employees, it was announced that as summer approaches, Kristi Noem will be doing even more interrogation of her department, because she can't find any leakers, but she still thinks that they're hiding somewhere. And she isn't just asking people tough questions here. According to the Independent and Wall Street Journal, Kristi Noem has been making her employees sit through polygraph tests for months and even orders people to sit in a seat designed to record uncomfortable body movements and wear a blood pressure cuff, an oxygen monitor, and a tube around their chests. At the same time, their superiors look on through a one-way mirror and observe their responses to questioning. Noem has also apparently been having people from the press team take exams on what they are and aren't allowed to talk about, because she thinks her media team can't be trusted to talk to the media. This kind of paranoia that Kristi Noem is displaying is absolutely insane. She's obviously become a queen, torturing her own people. Can you imagine coming to work each day and having to sit through this harassment instead of just doing your job? Oh, and by the way, I would like to remind you that these people's jobs are to catch literal terrorists. Kristi Noem is preventing people from investigating terror threats so that way she can play bad cop. And speaking of playing cop, I have an idea about why Kristi Noem is having such a hard time catching illegal immigrants. Maybe it's because every time her agents go to arrest somebody, Kristi Noem shows up with an army of cameras to do a literal photo shoot. You can't make this stuff up. Because let's be real, it's kind of hard to sneak up on someone with a media van, makeup crew, and security service team pulling up to every operation. Just like every other Republican now in a position of power, Kristi Noem has no clue what she's doing. Her crusade for non-existent leakers is not only a complete waste of time and money, but it's also taking away from important government actions like stopping terror attacks. This kind of insanity should upset all Americans, and it's time that the government finally puts a stop to it.